So I'm here at the Old Post Road Historic District. It's a beautiful day here in Fairfield, Connecticut. It's Mark Pires, and it's Get to Know America.
Get to know America. Get to know America. I'll be with you with a new one every day. From my new place, meeting people on the way. Get to know America. Get to know America.
So I'm here on the green in downtown Fairfield. This is the old town hall, and they have a pop-up park. You guys know whenever there's a pop-up park, we have to go in. See if we can speak to a few people and find out what they love about Fairfield. Let's go.
Get to know America.
This is all for puppies. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. You guys want to be on the show? It's called Get to Know America. It's every Sunday at 8 p.m. Guys, this is Get to Know America. I'm down here on the green, and I met David, Mark Pires.
And
Kelly, Mark Pires. It's a pleasure to meet you both. So tell me, you guys just moved here to Fairfield?
We got married in August of 2019 after we graduated, and then we picked up and moved here last year.
That's fantastic. Well, the American dream is about entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
You know, so tell me a little bit about your business.
Yeah, so we are an intro to soccer program for children ages 2 to 8 with a focus on character development. Soccer is the vehicle for us to build children up to grow in confidence and character and things like that. So that's basically what we do.
We need more of that these days. So you moved here from Pennsylvania.
Yep.
What's your favorite thing so far?
I think my favorite thing is the community here, like especially in Fairfield. It's like there's events like this, and there's like Sand Jam, and just all these different events that we've never experienced anything like it. And it's so family oriented and community oriented, and I think that's a really exciting element of living here for us.
Well, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being
Thank
on
you
the
so
show.
much.
Anytime, okay? Best of luck too with soccer shots.
Thank you.
You want to be on, brother?
I'm all set. Thank you, though.
We're cutting them out. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a great day. Are you from Fairfield?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Living here for 2 years.
That works. Do you want to be on my show? So, I'm sorry, what was your name?
A coupon. My name is Sophia. And
Sophia.
with Engage, we design a diverse collection of built-to-last toys and accessories. We specialize in these toys that are made from natural rubbers that are hard to destroy and the dogs absolutely have fun with. We're raffling off some kits. We got some hats out. We're going to take a hat for you.
Oh, no way. Guys, I got an Engage hat. That's so awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we're here just to kind of put our name out there. We don't work with third-party retailers. We don't work with Amazon or Chewy. We just really work with local companies. Right now, we sell online on our website. We don't have any distributors right now, but we're looking at a few partnerships to have our toys in some local stores.
It's so hard to get anybody to even listen to you, even when you have a great product. So I feel you, and I know what you're doing. I'm proud of you for continuing to keep going. And I believe if you step up every day and you keep that one foot in front of the other, you will get to the right contact eventually. It's all about brand recognition.
Exactly.
Well, I can't thank you enough for your time. Guys, I'm here with Danny, Edgewise Kitchen, and he is sharpening knives. And I was just taken by that. As an entrepreneur myself, seeing somebody here with their own passion, putting it to work, it's really cool to see. So Danny, how long have you been doing this?
Since 2013.
2013. Yeah, on a family level, if you could do something for the people around you, not monetarily, just something to make their lives better.
Have more people grow their own food.
Oh, I love that. So if you had more power than that, you're sitting, say, in the Oval Office or something like that, and you can make a major decision for society or mankind, what would you do?
No more wars.
No more wars.
No more wars.
I love that. A man that's sharpening knives says no more wars.
A veteran of the United States Navy.
And God bless you for that. Thank you so much for answering these questions.
Appreciate it.
And thank you for your service.
To know America.
Burr Homestead, 1790. So I'm here outside of the Burr Homestead. This is a town relic. It's been here since 1790. We all remember the story of Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton having a duel. But right here in downtown Fairfield on Old Post Road, we have his uncle's home, Thaddeus Burr. There's a plaque here. Let's see what it says. Home of Thaddeus and Eunice Denny Burr. Here, Dorothy Quincy and John Hancock, president of the Continental Congress, were married in 1775. Burned by the British in 1779. rebuilt in 1790. So I'm here at Southport Beach. This is one of 4 beaches here in Fairfield, Connecticut that you can enjoy. And it is absolutely stunning. But we got a lot to see, so let's go. I'm here in Southport Harbor. And as you can see, this is just a favorite spot for people to come read a book, get away from it all. Sit by the water, look at the boats. You know, Fairfield, Connecticut really has it all. So, what else can we find? You ready? So, I'm on my way down to downtown Fairfield, and I'm skipping a few things. We're going to come back down over here a little later on. Going in to meet Brenda Kupchik. Selecting the second floor. Hello, Kyla?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
How you doing?
Good.
Pleasure.
I'll get Brenda.
Oh, awesome.
You gotta do it.
I gotta do that. So let's back up. Guys, I'm here with Brenda Kupchik. She's the first select woman here in Fairfield, Connecticut. This is Get to Know America, and we're trying to discover what's so amazing about Fairfield, Connecticut. Now, you've been here for 3 generations. I shared with you before, I'm actually father of children who are 5th generation here in Fairfield. So my wife has been here for 4 generations. And so there's a lot to be said about that history. But can you tell us a little about yourself?
Well, I grew up in Fairfield. As you said, I'm a 3rd generation Fairfielder and never wanted to leave.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people, my son will tease, my husband and I both grew up here, never left. Went to Fairfield U, went to the public schools. He said, you guys are boring. You never left the town. And I said, there really was never any reason to leave the town. The town's great. It has everything you need. It has tons of amenities. We live on the shore. We have great schools. We have lots of good businesses. We have awesome restaurants.
Oh, amazing, amazing.
And it's just a good family community town. So
Absolutely.
there really wasn't any reason to go.
You know, that's interesting you say that. I call it family centric, where I feel like we're focused on making an experience for the families. So if you had to share anything about this town, if you were to try to hook someone on how great Fairfield is, what would you say?
You feel part of a community when you move into this town. Like you feel welcomed and accepted no matter who you are or what you are, and there is a place for you here. So that to me shows what truly Fairfield is. Fairfield is a very welcoming community and a community that cares about everybody here.
It gets back to the Americana almost, as you start to, the roots of the country come out. You know, some people forget, but when it gets down to it, you hope they'll put all their differences aside and come together when it really matters.
Listen, there's a lot of, I felt like the town psychiatrist during COVID because I sat in that office and talked to people off the ledge because people were upset about everything. Yeah. You name it, they were upset about it. People wanted to be heard.
For sure.
They're going through a lot. I mean, it was a tough time for everybody. So,
it was.
You know, like you're saying, mindfulness, you know, making a difference actually. It makes people feel good, right? Why do people volunteer at soup kitchens or with, you know, young people? Or why do they do any of those things?
Exactly.
Because they know it makes a difference, but it also feeds them, right?
For sure.
It makes them feel better. Like they're better people and it feeds their souls.
I'm writing a book called Soulfillment. And it's a philosophy I have that people do things in order to feel better, but it also fills your soul. A barometer that you need to reach is somewhere. And I don't know, like mine is insane, but it's yours. You have to reach a certain amount in order to get to that next level, to elevate your soul. And so soulfillment exists in my mind. And you kept saying the word soul, and so I think we're definitely connecting on that type of concept. But guys, I want to thank Brenda Kupchik for her insights into Fairfield, hearing about your history here and learning more about what's coming, I guess, in the future here. But we wish you the best of luck going forward. And it's been a real pleasure.
It's nice to know you're a Fairfield resident.
Absolutely. By proxy, 5th generation, by proxy.
Awesome.
Well, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much. Guys, Get to Know America. Where are we off to next? Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Take care. Nice to meet you too. Have a great weekend. Guys, how awesome was that? Meeting Brenda Kupchik. We had a nice conversation about Fairfield and more. I'm not letting you see everything. It was a great conversation, but now we're on our way out. Yet another successful interview on on Get to Know America. If you're into nature, look no further. The Connecticut Audubon Society has you covered. Here in Fairfield, they have multiple locations for families to come and enjoy the scenery. Through the entrance of the Roy and Margot Larson Sanctuary, you're treated to 155 acres of peace and serenity. Should we go in? Roy and Margot Larson Wildlife Sanctuary Trail Map. And then you enter the 155-acre trail, which starts here. If you took this railing down, I'm sure we'd open up to a new space. So we're inside the Wildlife Sanctuary, and as you can see, there's multiple paths out here. One of them leads you down to the Rock Ledge Trail, and the other one is Chibokas Trail. I'm not sure if I'm going to walk us much further in. I just wanted you to see that this is extremely scenic. You hear the birds chirping, and this is an amazing place for you to get out and hike right here in Fairfield, Connecticut. So if you take a little walk out, you find yourself here at Farm Pond. Now, this is peaceful. This is Lake Mohegan. It's 170 acres, nature preserve here in Fairfield. There's a sprinkler park here for the kids. They've set this place up amazing. There's actually a snack bar and 2 lifeguards. They have a sea-doo here, but it's actually for the lifeguard. I thought that maybe somebody was just having a good time. But no, they're really set up and ready to go and do what they need to protect lives here. I thought that, the sea-doo was maybe for playing around, but no, it looks like it's for the lifeguards. But guys, there's a 2.2 mile loop over there if you want to bring your dogs out and take a hike. And there's multiple bridges as well as another pond beyond this. So that's Lake Mohegan. We're going to keep moving along. We have a lot to see. Let's keep going. Fairfield Museum and History Center. We're about to go inside and hopefully get some education. I'm here in front of the Fairfield Museum and History Center, and we're going to go inside and see if we can get some information about Fairfield. So I'm hoping we can get somebody on with us in order to fill in the blanks. Let's go. Hello, how are you? Good, my name is Mark Pires. I'm the host of Get to Know America, and I am here today in Fairfield. I just did Wilton on Sunday, Ridgefield the week before. It's every Sunday at 8 p.m. It's a family program, just trying to remind everybody what's amazing about each and every one of these towns, meet some people, and then get through the rich history that we've forgotten. 375 years of the past come to life right here in Fairfield. Wow, this is just amazing. So below my feet is actually a map of the town. But over here you see some old doors. It's like an old map over here. It talks about the way it was basically owned by the Indians. You got old swords on the wall. I'm not sure what that is. Measuring boundaries between different people's lands was very important to the early settlers. We used well-known trees, rocks, and waterways as markers. As time went on, tools like this surveyor's chain and surveyor's compass helped make these measurements more exact. So this is a gravestone right here from 1689. For Fairfield's early settlers, building a meeting house for worship and a place to bury the dead were 2 important parts of creating a community. This gravestone is believed to be for John Wheeler, who died in 1689. When Henry Hyde left England, he brought this Bible with him. This 1608 edition was commonly used by Puritans and Pilgrims as well as William Shakespeare. It was the first to include extensive commentary reflecting the Puritan belief that everyone should study the Bible. Questioning slavery. Fighting for freedom, the colonists' fight for freedom from the British led to new questions about slavery. In the midst of the Revolutionary War, 2 Fairfield slaves, Prime and Prince, appealed to revolutionary ideas about freedom when they petitioned the Connecticut Assembly to end slavery in the state altogether in 1779. The petition was denied, but a few years later in 1784, Connecticut did pass a measure that would gradually bring slavery to an end in the state. I always thought there was no slaves in the North. But remember, this is about discovering and rediscovering history. This is amazing. See, I just love seeing all of the artifacts, all of the historical pieces of history. Josiah Lacey of Fairfield owned this musket assembled from a variety of British, American, and French parts. Essentially a copy of the British Brown Bess. It was made to meet the Connecticut General Assembly specifications as published in the May 12, 1775 issue of Connecticut Gazette. The bayonet and lug have been removed. This dueling pistol was owned by Abraham Gould, who was killed at the Battle of Ridgefield in 1777 at the age of 44. How old I am. The walnut case has an engraved brass plate reading Abraham Gould, 4th Regiment, Connecticut, 1777. Many American men owned such dueling pistols as dueling was an established way of settling an argument. Letter from Gould Selleck Silliman to Colonel John Ely on June 14, 1780. Patriot leader Gould Selleck Silliman, who was freed in the prisoner exchange with British, wrote this letter to a fellow American prisoner following his release. Silliman returned to his family in Fairfield and wrote that he was enjoying the sweets of liberty and freedom, a blessing that I most sincerely wish you and your friends who are still in captivity. Trading with Europeans, the first contact between the Augussit tribes and the European settlers was what the Dutch established a permanent settlement on the Hudson River in 1613. The history here is so much deeper. I'm thinking 1777 is the beginning. You got 150, 160 years before that. There was so much going on here in Fairfield, Connecticut. It's really interesting that I've been here for 15 years and I've never stepped into the museum. It's a very interesting point that she made. And yeah, 15 years and I've never been in here to see all of this amazing history that has been on display. It's not like it just showed up on display today. It's been here and I just never came by. So sad. But I'm here today and let's keep going. Most of us can remember a time when we were digging in the ground and found something that sparked the imagination. Much of our understanding of Native Americans comes from what they left for us to find in the ground. The archaeology of Connecticut Native Americans began in the 1700s. And collecting American artifacts was mostly a hobby until Yale University anthropologists encouraged hobbyists to approach their collecting from a more scientific and professional point of view. Thank you for letting me do a little overview. Now this is an old cemetery. History comes alive in a graveyard. When the town of Fairfield was first laid out in 1639, the land was set aside for a burying ground. Many of its earliest graves are no longer marked. Some headstones are broken, covered by earth, or were used as masonry. The oldest surviving markers are simple, undecorated stones with very little information. Can you find the oldest marked gravestone? It is inscribed 1687 SM and is believed to mark the grave of Samuel Morehouse, who served as county marshal and lieutenant from 1675 to 1687. During the late 1700s, and throughout the 1800s, gravestones became more sculptural and biographical. Designs reflected thoughts about death and value placed on an individual's life. Look for elaborate gravestones carved from bluestone and sandstone with weeping willows and cherub-like faces. These are symbols of death, mourning, and eternal life. In everlasting memory of the patriots and soldiers of Fairfield who served in the war of the American Revolution. 1823, 1808. (1795), in memory of Nathan Bulkley, Esquire, who died on April 6th, 1795, in the 76th year of his life. This is our history. This is America. This is Get to Know America.
To know America.
Man, it's just beautiful. Everything here is beautiful. Can't take it away from Fairfield.
I'll be with you with a new one every day. From my new place, meeting people on the way. Get to know America.
Looks like we did it again. Fairfield, Connecticut, the latest entry at Get to Know America. If you have a town or a business you'd like to see featured on Get to Know America, shoot us an email below at gettoknowamerica@gmail.com. And make sure you subscribe to hit all notifications and share. I will see you every Sunday on Get to Know America.
Get to know